yesterday was Christmas, December 25th, 2018. 2018, it's amazing. I just yesterday, of course, reminiscing with family over the holidays. You're thinking back about your childhood and your teenage years and 20s and 30s and 40s, and now I'll be 51 in February. And honestly, it's our time here goes so fast. Life, it truly does just whip by us. And when you realize and start to let go of the concepts of time, it's excuse me, I don't even know if speed is the right word for it, because I said there's no real such thing as time or length of time. But I look back on my life and I could see my childhood. I could see myself in every point of my life as if it was yesterday. We always associate that with like, wow, life is going so fast. It was just yesterday. I was a teenager. But really, it's not a matter of just yesterday you were a teenager. Consciously, you still have that data, that memory, that person in your life. And as we were talking about this yesterday, I kind of said, it's interesting because I could look back on my life. Excuse me. I could look back on my life in certain stages, I can look back on my childhood, and as I said, the teen years, the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, and now where I am now. And just as some of us, myself or others, are really letting go of that concept of material need or excessive expression and things like that, we can sit here and look at that as a loss of ego. But when you look back really at your life, most of the time you're not the same person you were. Of course, we always have these same characteristics, and we're the same vessel and the same energy that we started with. But what I mean is, you can look back at your life. I can look at photographs of pictures of myself in my 20s, and I can look at that with a separation. I can look at it as another person. I can look back and I can go, wow, man, he really was a nice guy. He so much crazy stuff going on in his head. I can look at my life. It's so kind of hard to explain. And this has nothing to do with tonight's topic. I just wanted to kind of share just some of yesterday's topics from the holidays. So anyway, we're talking about this. Is I can look back at different stages of my life. I can look back at different periods of my life and really step outside of that. Step outside of the emotional attachment, the hurt, the pain, even the joy, and really be a non-judgmental, just a pure observer of my past and my life. Beyond forgiveness, I have forgiven myself and everybody from my past, so I don't even perceive, when I think of my past, I don't even have to process forgiveness because it's just there. I don't even really think anymore. That's kind of the point I'm making, is I look back at my past, and we've been recently talking about this, being just the observer, practicing in your room, sitting in your room and looking at an object, and instead of mentally, internally creating a dialogue where you're going, oh, that's a chair in my room, just look at it and be aware and understand consciously there's the chair. You don't need to recite it and dictate it. And I could do this with my past now, and it really is a beautiful feeling when you can just scan past memories, close your eyes and visually see specific events, good or bad, of your life, and just watch them as if you're not a spectator, you're not a fan, you're not associated with it. It's like truly just complete emotional detachment of those events. And it's great because when I come out of those states and I'm processing or just looking at it and stuff, I really I feel very present. And it's really a beautiful thing because it is a way to really be able to connect and heal. If there are moments when you are thinking about those moments in the past and you are being that non-judgmental, silent observer, and then you do come across an event in your past that does make you shift your thoughts, does make you remember pain or something you did, then that's the moment. That's the moment. Pay attention. That's the moment right there where you need to process that. You need to look further past it. Remember, we said you don't stop at the moment of the incident and take that emotional state with you. You have to see past it, understand, and look at the perspective of all of the other people associated with it. So use those moments. So as I sit there, when I sit here and say, I can look at my past with no emotional attachment and I could be that silent observer, of course, there are still moments that days, seconds, nanoseconds of my life that will surface mentally that will make me become aware of that moment. And instead of taking, as I said, that emotional state into my present life now, into 2018, 2019, I sit there, process it, get through it, and let it go, move away from it, do whatever I need to do to internally resolve it. So when I come out of that transit state, that meditative state, that process of thought, I feel whole, I feel pure, I feel good. My energy around me is good. Now, a lot of times we see people on video and on commercials and they're always acting a certain way. They're always trying to be pleasant. No kidding. When I wake up in the morning, I don't wake up in a bad mood ever. I'm always the first person, my feet hit the floor. I'm grateful, I'm happy. I come out and I'm like, hey, I'm smiling, I'm loving. I'm always trying to express that in my day. When I go to sleep at night, I'm always the one to say good night, I love you to everybody, make sure everybody's always content. All day in my life with my family, I'm always extending myself to everyone around me to make sure they're okay and they're comfortable and they have what they need. And I love this. And it's the same what I do with you. I respond to the messages and the emails, and I do private sessions and stuff like that. And then I do this twice a week, right? I write the stuff for the site and this, and I'm getting ready to write book 2 right now. And, what you see is what you get. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And I really try and maintain this constant state of energy. When I get into that meditative state, we're going to go into a different area of meditation tonight. But when I go into that meditative state that I do for joy, my dog Walter's making some noise, for joy and stuff like that, when I'm in that meditative state, regardless of the emotion, past the emotion, past the feelings, because let's face it, let's be just completely honest and blunt for a second. Emotions, happiness, sadness, pain, and pleasure, materialistic objects, things that we buy and collect, our bodies, everything we experience, everything we see, everything we are, is really a created reality. Religious belief or scientific belief or no belief in the middle, you have to come to the conclusion and acceptance that it was created. You could say divine creation, scientific creation, accidental creation. Regardless of the fact, it is a created reality. We exist in it. We are the same as everything else in this reality. Every planet, every solar system, every being, every alien, every insect in this entire universe is all made of this carbon-based reality. Our dimension, our reality, this existence is that carbon-based existence. So we are when you hear of like quantum entanglement, like what happens here and what happened at the Big Bang, those photons, that energy, it still vibrates. Just when one is stimulated here, the other one is instantaneously stimulated there. It's the same thing with us. Just because you look in the mirror and see your shape, your body, your energy. Here we go. Just because you look in the mirror and you see your shape, your body, your energy, we create an identity of individuality. right off the bat, without even our parents or school or anything manipulating us, when we're sitting there as babies looking at our hands, we right off the bat are starting to perceive individuality. Individual. One. I'm one. I'm one. And then right off the bat, through everything we go through, we create this internal type of a conflict to where we think like we're the only person who feels the way we do. The world, nobody else can feel the way I do. Nobody understands me. I'm different than everybody else. You've said this. I've said this. I'm different. We've said all these things, and we're not. We're not. We're not. We're not. You are the same energy as every other person on this planet. You are the same energy as every other planet in our solar system and beyond. And I kid you not, we have probably been suns and moons and planets, and we probably have taken forms and have transferred our energy of awareness into experiences that just we could not even perceive or believe, because our human mind is so tiny, so we can just be little tiny singular humans in this great big vast universe, right? But the truth is, we're not limited to our body. Our energy, who I am, what I am, transcends beyond that person who wakes up in the morning and talks to my family. And my energy transcends and goes beyond this screen. It goes beyond my words. It goes beyond your vision of me. It goes beyond your thoughts of me. My energy is out and expanded so far beyond that it exceeds what we would consider this universe. It is a part of every universe and every dimension and every existence. And we have to understand we're not limited. We are not beings who are just not limited to this one type of a physical existence. When we die and when we come back, we're not just always going to be this type of a physical being. We are and will be things that are again, like I said, just there are no words, there are no thoughts, there is nothing to explain it, because you literally transcend to states of existence that go beyond thought. All right? Your energy exceeds you. What we perceive and project, literally, physically, listen, literally and physically, becomes a part of creation. It's in here. It's in creation. Okay? So when I'm pissed off, if I'm angry and I think everyone sucks and I hate everyone, not only am I pushing this energy out that's going out there, everyone else, physical beings and non-physical beings, are now navigating in this energy field. And I'm just one person. And there's 9 billion of us on this planet who are all projecting out our fields of energy. So the energy around us is completely our responsibility. Listen, man, it's completely our responsibility. We don't have to blame politicians. We don't have to blame churches. We don't have to blame governments. We don't have to blame family members. We don't have to blame anybody. We don't have to blame. We don't have to blame. We just have to understand and realize and accept that, holy shit, it doesn't matter who I vote for. I could play that game and be a part of the club if I want to. But what really matters at the end of the day, is how am I going to wake up tomorrow? All right? When we go to sleep at night, we don't want to sit there and think about our day. We want to live our day and let it go and go to sleep and reset and wake up and be in that new day. We want to perceive and project better energy for ourselves, not only for ourselves to expand out and expand and celestially evolve. We want to do this for all the people around us. And believe it or not, you might think you are and you might think you're not. You are being observed. And I don't just mean the divine source of energy is watching you, because, again, to be completely honest, God, Let's just use that word for now. God is not sitting there going like this, watching us like Santa Claus and going, oh, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. It's not happening like that. What's happening is, let's just pretend, for a second that this energy is the God energy. You and me and everyone else are perceiving and projecting out. Now, all of existence is being held together by that frequency, that technology, that being that transcends beings and technology, right? The God state, the God existence, the God energy. That thing, that form is receiving all of this energy like the infinity sign. It's going in and it's going out and it's going in and it's going out. And it's resonating in that energy. So if we are putting out chaotic energy and shitty energy and dark energy and stressful energy and worrying, and we're not unifying and we're not maintaining our awareness and being disciplined, then it's resonating in a very non-harmonious state. And it's what we're receiving back. Ding! It's what we're receiving back, because we get what we ask for, right? The whole create our reality. Ask and ye shall receive, right? Ask and ye shall receive. Ask with gratitude and you shall receive. Well, I want $1 million. I'm so grateful. Please, I want $1 million. And all you're going to get back is that want for $1 million, because you're not getting the whole concept and you're not really understanding it. Now, as far as being observed, though, you have to understand, on our planet, human alone, if you really don't believe that there are extraterrestrials, other life forms in our universe, then we have to have an entirely different conversation, because you are absolutely not comprehending the truth of our universe, okay? Theories, crazy theories, all this stuff aside, domes, whatever, put all that aside right now. The truth. There is more life out there than there are ants in Central Park, okay? There are beings that travel in and out of universes, interdimensional beings. There are beings and energies and forms of energies that you, again, will just not even comprehend. And they observe us. They pass through this reality. They share space with us. They watch us. You watch yourself. Your true form transcends time and space and physical existence. Right? You can be all things at all. You can be all things at once, So understand that you're being observed. And sometimes the energies that are observing you, that are passing by, that are being manifested by people around you, energies that are attached to people around you, inside people around you, created by people around you, are not always energies you want around you, right? So this is why I always, when I pray and do my meditation, I always protect myself. I always, with gratitude, I am only open to connect and communicate with the divine source, my higher awareness, the ascended masters, the true angelic realm. I am closed off, completely closed off to all darkness, negativity, malevolence, deceit, and darkness. My home, my family, my friends, and everyone I connect with is protected and closed off from this. Right? If I pray, I always say, bless my friends and family and all the worlds and all the homes and everything like this. So I always try and make sure that protection is always there, and not just for myself, for everyone. And that's one thing we always need to do. You want to make sure your field of energy around you is one that's protected and one that is resonating. So if I protect my field of energy, now my field of energy is protected. I've got this bubble around me. So inside this bubble, I can either resonate in pure love and harmony and light and logic, or I can resonate in chaos and society and ego and pursuit of objects and things like this, and to live for reflection. And however you choose to live is how you choose to live. It's okay. It's absolutely okay. I'm not saying anything is good or bad. For me, I have a choice. I've lived that way. I've lived this way. And I've lived this way, and I've lived this way, and this way, and this way. And now I choose to live this way. Okay? I choose. But before we do our meditation and stuff like that tonight, I really want you to know, when you get those goosebumps on your neck, when your hair stands up, when the hair on your arm stands up, when you're in a room and you get that chill, when your ear, when the frequency changes, when the air in the room changes, when the pressure in the room changes, these are not just like little weird things that just so happen to be happening around you. Listen one more time. When your hair's standing up and your ears ringing and your skin is tingling and you're getting goosebumps and you feel like something's in there behind you, or you feel like you're being watched and you feel like these things are going on. These are not just heebie-jeebie leftover reptilian brain remnants, okay? You most likely are receiving intuitively, picking up, feeling, understanding, and processing things around you that you're not understanding and processing around you. Energies. So always make sure, and especially at those moments, you are protected, you are a being of love, and you are a being of light. And really, kind of focus on this whole aspect of what I'm saying right now. Is think of this. I've spoken about this before. We go on Instagram and we like these posts. And we agree with these posts. And most of the times they're not things that should be agreed with. And what you're not understanding is you're just because the name of the page is a spiritual person or a spiritual sentiment, and the post is something that is appealing to you. Listen to me. Just because the post is something that is appealing to you does not necessarily mean it is resonating in a field of energy that you want to accept. If you look at many, many, many of these pages you are liking and supporting, you will find out that they are companies, clothing companies, jewelry companies. They are companies that own numerology processing into your dates and stuff, and it's all under different colors and different ways, and it's all linked up. There are dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of sites that we, positive this and vibe this and my tribe and this gathering and this community, and we believe that these are individuals who have amassed this huge following because of the posts they make. But when you look and they say DM us for promotions, and you see they're promoting just these products and stuff, you are being a victim of targeted marketing. The same thing when you're talking near your phone about, I need to go out and get some new pots and pans. I heard Gordon Ramsay's got a great set. I want to buy my kid a new virtual reality mask. And then the next day later on Instagram, you're seeing ads for Gordon Ramsay pots and pans or virtual reality stuff, or you're seeing it on Google and stuff. It's because it's targeted marketing. You are liking and following pages that are spiritual based, so these companies are selling and making money off of this. Now, I'm not saying every page is like this, but it's your responsibility to understand what you're contributing to and supporting and generating and liking, right? Because you're contributing to this overall energy that these places are putting out. So energies around you are your own. Energies around you are every single other person on this planet and beyond. Energies around you are intentional energies that are observing you and watching you. Energies around you are energies that are passing you, just so happen to pass you. Now, we'll talk maybe in a couple of weeks about ghosts. I've had some experience with things like this. paranormal experiences, ghosts. We'll talk about that. But I really want us to have, I really want us to have this meditation tonight. What time is it? 10:29. Perfect. Leaves us 30 minutes to kind of talk about this tonight and then do the meditation. But when we're done tonight, I want you to think about something. And I always say, whether it's me or it's anybody else, whether it's the church down the street from your house or it's the guru, really try to become more devotionally disciplined. Disciplined. Now, I'm reluctant with words like that because I don't want you to think right off the bat that I'm talking about one faith specific. But devotionally disciplined is beyond disciplined. You can get up in the morning and you can squeeze your juice and you can do your yoga and you can go out and you can run your 10 miles and you can get to your job and have your regiment and be disciplined in life, in the way you're living your life and the things you're doing. But the spiritual aspect of your life, the true spiritual aspect of your life, it's great to read this. It's great to read about all these different spiritual teachers. And it's great to read all of these diverse teachings and things that are available to us. But inside you, there is that calling. If there's a spiritual teacher out there, if there's a faith that draws you, if somebody out there is teaching you how to live your life on a daily basis and it's the way you want to live your life, then this is the time for you. This is the time for you to devote to yourself. That time, that energy, that's devotional discipline. You're devoting the time physically, mentally, and spiritually to yourself to connect with this teaching, this person, this path, this spiritual nature. It's the most important thing you're going to do in your life. I kid you not. It really is that plug that fills that hole. We are all, many people walk around every single day. Why am I here? Who am I? What is my purpose in life? What is my path in my life? Why was I born? Is there life after death? Am I really an individual, or am I just a part of a whole mass consciousness, collectiveness? Is there any uniqueness to me? And again, why am I here? Where am I? What am I? Who am I? And the reason that's not getting answered in your younger years, in your teenage years, and in your 20s, and in your 30s, and it can go on till you're my mother's age, 75 years old. My father, who's going to be 80, if you really never grab hold of the purpose that you are a divine being of light and love and energy, and you are experiencing a reality that you have assisted in creating, and that we really are. We really are the God source. Time doesn't exist, but for you and I to have a conversation, let's just say trillions of years ago, something existed. Some first awareness existed. It created everything. It expanded. It evolved. It found a way for all of us to be created from it and to go on and contribute to creating everything. And we keep on creating. We keep on contributing. We keep on expanding. We keep on diversifying and dividing our energy and creating new vessels to experience through that energy of awareness. We transcend beyond things that are beyond thought. Last thing I want to say is we have to understand that when we take this devotional path, when we wake up in the morning, we are playing a part. Everything we're doing here, if we're taking part of the way it's created, we're playing a character. We're not naturally walking around existing on this planet freely. It's not what is happening. So you have to wake up and take part of this character. So you have to make the choice. Are you going to just dive into this reality and forget all that? Are you going to be the being in the middle? Are you going to be your spiritual self? And more 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 for me, the more I give up, the more I let go, the more I push this away from my existence, and the more I express. Because it's not even embracing. It's the more, I'm going to bawl my eyes out. It's the more I let it flow through me. It's the more I let it flow through me that I can feel and understand the true frequency that we refer to as love. When I did my big DMT, 5-MeO DMT transcendence, and after I was in the room and everything shifted to photons and was rotating and the walls were shifting in numbers and codes and symbols, and the voice said to me, I'm right behind you, I'm right here, and I laid back and fell through. It was a fractal pattern, right? Let me just check the time real quick. Okay. It was a fractal pattern, and this is kind of hard for me to explain. So as I was laying there looking at this multicolored, like a mandala, sacred geometry mandala, because that's really what mandala, when you look at Tibetan mandala, it's just a 2-dimensional representation of a 3-dimensional fractal pattern. So it's just this unfolding, it's this folding and enfolding, folding, unfolding, and infolding, just pattern that just does not stop. It's almost like an illuminated liquid picture just happening in front of you. And when you first see it, you're still holding on to your conscious mind. You're bugging out, like, what am I seeing in front of me? And you fall into it and you realize you're inside of it. And there's no more arms, there's no more legs. You're visually seeing it. You still have your mind. You're trying to perceive what you're seeing. The voice speaks to you. You start to let go. As you let go and question, you start to realize, as your entire identity and voice and everything just fades away, that this folding thing you see is you. You realize that this is you, and you just fall into it, and it opens up, and you go into the core, the center of this fractal system. And inside this cube, let's say inside this cube, you're just this sphere, this energy of awareness. And I went into that energy, that awareness, and I woke up in the corner just bawling my eyes out. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Grabbed my son, squeezed him so hard, because as I was coming out of it, I realized, you start to realize why you're here. You realize really, truly why you're here. And like I said the other day, was you realize that we truly do have abilities that transcend this physical reality. We can change our world. We can change our world. Change our world. And we can do that by stopping to contribute to what is making our world dark. Close your eyes, please. Just a little bit. 5 minutes. All right? We're going to go deep. For those of you who are just watching this or will just watch this, my meditation, I'm referring to it now as mind's eye meditation. Not celestial meditation, because there is a celestial meditation out there, and not divine light meditation, because I don't want anybody to feel like it's faith specific. Mind's eye meditation is the perfect name for it, because it's opening up your mind's eye and connecting in. The way we do that is I guide you through meditation, verbal meditation. Our eyes are closed. At some point during the meditation, I ask you to rest your eyes into your hands. And what I'm meaning is this little padded section of your thumbs here, with your eyes closed, no glasses, preferably without contacts. My son has done it with contacts. He said it's fine. Preferably, I would suggest no contacts. You're just with your eyes closed, resting here. Remember when you were a kid and you would press on your eyes and see colors? And if that's comfortable for you to do it, sometimes I do it to really induce a strong one. I take my 2 fingers and I just push in on my eyes. That's what we're doing. We're creating and we're causing oxygenated blood to go back to the visual cortex, enter into the pituitary and pineal gland. Let those bells in there, for all intents and purposes, ring and resonate, and let the frequencies come in. Tonight, what we are going to do is start right off with that. Okay? Our intention tonight, regardless of what I'm guiding us to do, regardless of whatever you're seeing, our intention, the thought we want to hold in our head, our mantra is, I am. Let these words come right. I am living my truth. I am living my light. I am living love. I am living my truth. I am living my light. I am living my love. All right? If you say that with me right now, I am living my light, my truth. I am living my truth. I am living my light. And I am living love. One more time. Close your eyes. I am living love. Let those words sink inside your head as we're talking right now. I am living love. I transcend the energy of awareness that I originally was. I am living love. What we're going to do right now is we're going to take our hands and we're going to rest our eyes into our hands, and we're going to give some pressure. We're going to assist. All right? I'm going to do this tonight in this position just because we're going to be doing it a little more. You can open your eyes right now. I wanted to set the intention, but we're going to go deep for about 10 minutes, okay? Nice and deep. What we're going to do is, as you're doing this tonight, now pay attention. This is very careful, because you are going to see incredible visuals as you're stimulating your pineal gland right now. When we're doing this technique tonight, when our eyes are closed, when you are applying the pressure, if you do this, now I'm taking my hands off so you can see. If you do something like this, if you squint your eyes, just flex the muscle underneath as you're pushing. If you start to manipulate your eyeballs and just the feeling of your eye as you're pushing, you are going to be creating flashes, images, flashes, because as you're doing this, you're creating pulses of blood, shifts. You're creating the pineal gland and all those things to resonate and ring. It can be in a harmonic frequency, boom, 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 boom. And that's what you're doing. As you're doing this, as you're in this position, as you're doing the mind's eye technique, and as you're pressing your eyes, be aware in that field of nothingness, the visuals you're seeing. I will get to a point where I'll say, release your hands from your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. Do not open your eyes until I completely am done and I say, open your eyes. I'm going to lower the light because I really do want to enjoy this. I will admit it is difficult for me at times to continuously narrate and guide, because I have to always stay tethered here just a little bit, and I can't let myself go as deep as I always want to, because I won't be talking to you. But I want you to really to listen to my words. If you can completely shut the lights off in the room you are, candles, everything, all lights off. Make the room black. So black that you can't even see in front of your face. Close your eyes with me. Close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. If you can't breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, just breathe as comfortable as you can. And as I'm talking, you keep breathing. Breathe in and out. Rest your hands, get your body comfortable, adjust yourself. If you're itchy, twitchy, get all that stuff out. Let it sink away. Breathe in through your nose again. And now start to rest in that pause between the breath. Breathe out. When you breathe in, that space between breath, just rest in there just for a moment and then breathe out. Breathe in. And out. In. And out. And as we continue to breathe, remember what I said. I am living my truth. I am living light. I am living love. Bring your hands up and rest your eyes into your hands. And if you can put a little extra pressure into it, go ahead. Don't flex your eyes right now, just keep relaxing. Let the initial fractal pattern appear. That checkerboard fractal. Keep breathing in. Let it begin to resonate smoothly. If your eyes do hurt a little bit, always release the pressure. Take a cycle of breath or two, and then put the pressure back on comfortably. And now as you're breathing in and out, listening to my voice, squint your eyes. Every so often, just flex your eyes. Press. Release off your eyes just lightly. And now relax into your hands comfortably. Keeping your eyes closed, bring your hands down to a comfortable position in your lap. Continue to breathe calmly. Visually observe inside your mind's eye any images, any colors, dots, pixels, texture. Notice it's just not empty, dark space, that there is a texture. There is a field of energy. There is dots. There is something there that everything can be projected into. Keeping your eyes closed. Bring your hands up to your eyes again and rest your head in comfortably. Stay inside the silence with me. can flex your eyes a few times if you want to. Keeping your eyes closed, bring your hands back down to your lap. Now, as you bring your thoughts to my voice right now, bring them back to the present conversation we had, keeping your eyes closed, still observing visually in this field of energy, still observing in this field of energy. If visuals are fading away, that's okay, because the blood is relaxing, the flow is balancing out, your thoughts are coming back, you're starting to remember the conversation we had tonight. You're thinking about the fact that you are going to live a devoted, disciplined life. You are going to live in your truth. You are living light, and you are living love. You are beyond awareness, beyond the body, beyond the energy. You have evolved and are expanding, but you are living love because you live for love. As you look in this field of emptiness inside your mind's eye right now, notice whether it's black or gray, if there's darkness, light, little dots, clouds, energy. Realize that everything you're seeing is everything that truly exists. Just because your eyelids are separating you from the room that you're in right now, just because your optic nerve is not processing the visual photons that make up the room, everything you're seeing right now is your truth. Your eyelids do not even really exist. So before you open your eyes, be aware of everything that's going on inside this field of energy. Hopefully you are in a pitch black room, completely absence of light. And you can see these little dancing dots inside this field of energy. And now with me, as you slowly open your eyes, you can realize that all of those dots that you see in that darkness are all still right here in the room in front of you. If you're sitting in the darkness, even close your eyes again. Observe and open up your eyes again and realize they're still there. Before we go, I want you to do an exercise until I see you on Sunday. I want you to start staring off into space, whether it's a pillow, your couch. Pick a point that's in the distance. Between that point and you, I want you to start to try and focus on the empty space. Everywhere around you, everywhere in existence, everywhere you will begin to see, especially the more you do this technique, you will begin to see vibrating particles. Rain. It looks like tiny microscopic rain, just infinitesimal rain. Many of you probably see it already. You'll see this texture. These are the pixels, the photons, the energy that life is projected into. And it's what your vessel is made out of, and it's what the chair is made out of, and it's what we are here to observe. So let's observe it with love. Let's wake in unity, and let's believe that we are changing our world and find that way to become the devoted one to yourself and a discipline within, so you can live that spiritual life and everything around you will begin to resonate with higher love. I promise. I'm losing my voice right now. It's been a long day. I'm going to go. Listen, I will see you Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Sunday service. Again, a little talk, prayer, and a meditation every Sunday. And then our little Wisdom Wednesdays every Wednesday. Everyone, my voice is gone. Have a great night. God bless. Namaste. Stay safe. And I'll see you soon. Bye. Thank you.